Ladies and gentlemen, you have now entered the precipice of greatness. Welcome to Live from the Bench with JQ.
You sure look like a master to me.
And Boulevard.
I want to hear about this, homie.
So forget about it, cuz.
Round 1, fight.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Live from the Bench. It is me, GQ, and I'm here with the Big B Boulevard. We're here to give you another great episode. And we're gonna talk Eagles. We're gonna have some fun with it while we're doing it. I'm off a high. I'm happy. My team came out there. We won.
You might want to specify what team you're talking about.
My developmental professional team, the New Jersey Eagles, we won a game. So now we're 3-4.
Yeah.
Trying to get into the playoffs.
Look,
We
tell
won
them how you won. Tell them how you won. Tell them how you won the game.
Okay, so last week last week was a bye. The week prior, we played a team, a Washington, D.C. team. No, it was a Baltimore team. We went and visited them. We were winning. One of their players pulled the out because they were losing. Okay. We took that win 6 minutes into that game. We host them today. The same team comes in. We're winning. It's the second quarter, 2 minutes left. The score is 22-0. The player that was ejected from the game comes on the field, and he starts a fight with one of the players on my team. The refs called it 2 minutes into the second quarter.
Jesus. Some people ain't mentally built to play sports.
So, yeah. So, I'm going to go and focus on my arena stuff.
Like, that's how you handle losing, is you pull out a Blicky, pull out a Roscoe. That's how you handle losing? Like, damn, you screwed. Like, you are fucked.
Yeah.
That's how
He
you
was
handle
not happy.
sports losses.
He was not happy.
I can't imagine any situation where you're playing sports and you feel the need to pull out a pistol on somebody.
And it was so funny because their coach had no control. He had no control whatsoever. He came over to me and he goes, "He's trash." And I'm just like, why would you say that?
Sounds like mentally he trash.
Yeah.
I can't disagree with that. You can't handle losing to that extent. Like, did you just start playing sports? As far as just me not even seeing a game. I'm assuming I was a grown man. So
He was.
the grown man can't handle a loss in sports. Jesus. Weak-minded individuals.
Yeah. Still had a whole second quarter and 2 more quarters after that to go. It was 22-0. We didn't see a fourth down. We never saw a fourth down. They didn't get close enough to get. I think they had 2 possessions.
Damn, dude folded after 2 possessions. Wow. That is a weak. Oh.
They had 2 possessions. Both were 3 and outs. They didn't even get close enough to score. The only first down they got was off a personal foul. Illegal hands to the face.
They should have been celebrating like they won after that.
My team saw we didn't see a fourth down. We never punted. We scored every time we got the ball.
Y'all just picking on weak ass opponents.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to watch. Then the fight broke out, and I was just like, okay.
You know a fight broke it. Party and bullshit. I'm right. Well, big ups to you for winning the game by default.
Yeah, big ups to me for winning a game. We would have put up 50.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
Don't sound like they wanted to do anything out there. The fight.
Yeah. But anyway, I want to start off this with the As Player of the Week.
Dun, dun, dun,
Because it's become a tradition and it's very fun. And since we want to talk about fighting in football, this is a great segue in it. This is going to be my Ass Player of the Week. The person who got put on their ass in the Detroit Lions and Chiefs game, Juju Smith-Schuster. You are my ass player of the week because you talk shit and you got put on your ass. That's what happened to you. You look like an ass. You are the ass player of the week.
He had that shit coming.
Yeah,
He
it
earned
was a
that. He
matter of
earned
time.
that.
Somebody was going to do it. He
Yeah.
talked way too much garbage.
Right. Somebody had to call him out on it. Somebody had to check his ass. And I'm glad it happened. It
Yeah.
couldn't have happened to a better person, put it that way. Like, damn, dude, mouth always running. He got what he had coming.
And the funny thing is, my candidates for ass player of the weeks was um, Josh Allen or Juju Smith-Schuster.
Well, it's definitely the juju in this case.
Yeah.
Like how you take a loss and you wearing a helmet. How you get beat up in a helmet?
If he had his nose, like you get your nose leaked. Like y'all wear helmets. Like just don't go up to somebody talking trash with your helmet off.
Right.
So yeah.
I never
Yes.
understood that fighting in a helmet. Like y'all swinging at each other in helmets. Y'all dumb as hell.
Dumb
You
as a
ain't gonna
box.
finish season because you're gonna break your hand punching a helmet.
I never understood fighting in football.
Mm-mm.
Like whenever I've seen people fighting in the football game, I've always just like watched it from a distance. It's like I'm not going over there.
In my history, if there was a fight in a football game, chances are I was the one who started it. Yeah. I had a tendency of going after players, taking shit personal, being a little bit petty. So, gotten my fair share of scraps on the gridiron. Fun
Absolutely.
times. So much fun.
Mm.
But stupid as hell to be swinging at people swinging at you, and y'all both wearing helmets. Like, what are you going to do? You wouldn't think anybody could get dropped, but yeah. All right. Did you want to jump into the Eagles immediately? Because I did have two questions.
All right, we
outside
can
of
jump into it.
Eagles. Is Russell Wilson playing himself out of the Hall of Fame?
If Russell Wilson was a Hall of Fame quarterback before this season, he is definitely playing himself out of that Hall of Fame.
I mean, he wasn't awful last season, but he wasn't great either. He definitely wasn't Hall of Fame level.
Right.
And this
Yeah.
season, he got benched after 3 games? So yeah,
Mhm.
he's not. He may be actually playing himself out of the Hall of Fame. Then you count his reputation among players, and players don't really care for him either, including his teammates.
Yeah.
So, like, boy got whooped. Yeah,
I would say yes, he is playing himself out of the Hall of Fame. He
not a
is.
very likable dude.
And I don't really want to spend too much time on the Eagles Giants game because it was just one of those things. It's like
Awful experience.
it was not fun to watch. It was very embarrassing because I'm like, I don't know who that was that took the field, but it wasn't the Philadelphia Eagles because I
Right.
don't know those guys. And granted, they were missing a lot of key pieces, but that's no excuse to come
Right.
out there because and this is my thing. The reason why it bugs me that Adoree Jackson and Keely Ringo are as bad as they are, the reason why it bothers me that they are that bad is the fact
Right.
that you're NFL players. There is no reason for a pro football player. I don't care if you are like a 7th round pick. There's no reason for an NFL caliber player to look that bad.
No.
Like you got beat like you could probably come out on my team and probably would still get cooked because there is no way you're that fucking bad. You're an NFL player. Like what was it that what was it? Scalabrini played he went out and played basketball with somebody like not too long
Mm-hmm.
ago. And somebody said like, yeah, he was probably no, it was Christian Leitner. They said, yeah, Christian Leitner was ass,
Bro,
but
if somebody said Christian Leighton's ass, they have no credibility. That man was on the Olympic team before he was even in the
I'm not
league.
sure if it was
Leitner was on
Leitner.
Dream
I
Team.
think it
You
was Scalabrini.
talking about Scalabrini playing against all the regular players?
Yeah, like just out in the street.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they was like, yeah, he ass. He's not gonna be able to beat us. And he came out there and like mollywopped a bunch of people 1-on-1. And I'm just like, this dude played in the NBA. Like he's a pro level at like he's a pro. Like
Mm-hmm.
they don't just go to the pro and beat ass. Like they had to have some level of talent to get where they
Brian
are.
Scalabrine was probably the 300th best NBA basketball player in the world.
Yeah. So and
Like,
that
realistically.
yeah, and that's what bothers me about Adoree Jackson and Keely Ringo is like you're NFL caliber athletes. So I don't understand how there's like no progression in your skill. Like you're an NFL athlete. So
Right.
either somebody at some point is fucking up because there is no way I would be looking at, and I'll tell you this right now, me as a sports executive and former coach, I would if I'm Vic Fangio, I'm not looking. I see what I'm getting out of Adoree Jackson. I'm seeing what I get out of Keely Ringo. I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking at Mac McWilliams now. Like I'm moving on because if these guys are just that bad and I'm not getting anything, I don't think Mac McWilliams can do that much worse. So go see what your rookie can do for you. I mean, because yeah, Mac McWilliams is going to get cooked, but guess what?
Right.
Regan
Well,
Ringo and Adoree Jackson got cooked by fucking practice squad receivers.
mm,
Like Adoree Jackson and Keely Ringo had fucking contracts.
yeah.
But the guys that they played against, like the dude was wearing number 89. Nobody wears 89 as a receiver anymore. Like you got beat by that guy. I don't even know the guy's name that was giving them work. I don't know who that
Mm.
was. Zach Bond was getting cooked by fucking Theo Johnson. Like they were just not playing at a caliber that I was just like, this is I don't know what's going on.
Put it this way, that game, two of the Giants receivers had plays over 30 yards. Wandale and Lil Jordan Humphrey. The fact that Lil Jordan Humphrey was getting off on an Eagles defense is a tragedy in itself. Like his mama pushed him out her cooter and said, "That's my baby, Lil Jordan." Lil Jordan is what she named her son.
I have uh I have something because and this is the reason why I feel like why is Lil Jordan Humphrey doing that? How is he doing that? It doesn't make sense to me.
What do you mean? He's Lil Jordan.
I know.
All world.
All right, so this is why I'm bothered by Lil Jordan Humphrey beating anybody 30 yards down the field.
Mm,
His 40 time. Lil Jordan Humphrey ran his 40 time at the NFL Combine. Boulevard, tell me what you think it is.
4-4 something.
Okay. You think it's a 4.4. His 40 time was 4.79. A wide receiver.
Hmm.
I don't know if that I mean that's not my cup of tea. I'm not that type. I'm not that analytical, but I got a feeling that that's not good for a wide receiver.
Right.
So why is Keely Ringo somebody who I believe ran a 4.4? His 40 was like a 4.4. You
I
should
would
not be
believe
getting
that,
beat
yeah.
by somebody 4.79. He should be
No.
we're in a weird
Man, that man is
situation
6'4", 225. He should be wrecking shit.
and he cooking motherfuckers
He
for
should be
30.
wrecking shit at his size. Oh well. I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. But all right, continue.
It's just this now. The only thing that did make sense is that the Giants ran all over the Eagles. That made sense because there was no Jalen Carter there. Like you were missing
Yeah.
a pivotal piece on that defensive line. Like it's obvious. You weren't getting the pressures that you needed. So obviously that was going to happen. But the fact that the Giants were just getting everything. Then the interception, 100, the interception that Jalen Hurts threw was 100% on Jalen Hurts. I'm not going to give it no type of excuses. That was 100% on him. Bad fucking throw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bad fucking throw.
Agreed. Agreed. But it
I, I
was
s-
it was inevitable. So
yeah,
it had to happen sometime.
but I'll say this though: that interception didn't lose them the game. What lost them the game, and this doesn't get Jalen Hurts off the hook. You made a bad throw,
Oh,
that's on you. You have to own that shit. But something he said, I'm gonna get into. Um,
mm, all that coach speak that boy like to spit.
yeah,
What happened to keeping the main thing the main thing? It don't seem like they focused on the main thing right now.
they're not, and that's where I'm getting to that right now. It's the plays aren't really. It's obvious that there's a problem. Now, some people are saying that Jamel Singleton might be taking over after the bye. I think it should still be Scott Leffler. I'm still 100% on there, but I got this feeling that Nick Sirianni's sticking to his guys.
Yeah.
And Singleton's been there since he took over. Um, so if it is,
Most every offensive coordinator has more play calling experience than the current play caller.
I agree. Yeah,
No, they
100%.
do. Like
Yeah,
everybody except I believe Jamal Singleton.
yeah. I don't think he
Everybody else
has,
has more play calling experience.
and
Yeah.
he's probably, and if the rumor is true that they're going to be going to Singleton for play calling, and I got this information from a scout. Um, I don't know if it's true or not, but it's a rumor out there, and we can technically talk about a rumor. It's something that's, if it's out there, it's probably out there. Um, it had to come from somewhere. I don't think this person made it up because, I mean, who's thinking about Jamel Singleton? Nobody is.
Hmm. I usually don't. I wouldn't think about him before today. I didn't
Yeah.
at all.
So
I didn't think who's the running backs coordinator. I didn't think about that.
right.
I'm not blaming him for the problem. Like I'm
Exactly.
not blaming the running back coordinator for the fact that Barkley gets 4.6 yards per carry in the first half and 2.5 in the second. I'm not blaming him. That's not it. No, it's coaching. Clearly, coaching is the issue, but it's not that coach. That coach.
Yeah.
When the offense is telling you that that the plays are predictable, and you can see on the field that the defense knows what you're running, it's time to make some adjustments. But what we
And that
don't see any week is this Patullo guy making adjustments, making the right adjustments, figuring out what they're doing well to stop you, and then finding a way to counter that. He doesn't have moves. He has no moves. He is moveless.
and every week Jalen Hurts he says something, and it's like one of those, like I said, it reminds me of that Kanye West Kobe Bryant commercial where Kobe Bryant saying something and Kanye West, what
More,
are you talking about? What are you talking about, Kobe
more.
Bryant? Jalen Hurts usually says something along those lines, like, what, yo?
Yeah.
But he said something at the press conference this week after they
Yeah.
lost to the Giants, and it stuck with me. I don't know if you heard what he said, Boulevard, but what he
Probably.
says was, we have to play to win and not play to lose. Like they're not playing to win games, they're playing not to lose them. And
Mm-hmm.
that stuck with me because if you look at the way Kevin Patullo's running his offense, he's not running the offense to put points up. He's running the offense to where they don't want to make mistakes. And that's where they're fucking up. You got to run that offense. You got to show some type of aggressive that you
Yeah.
got to do something. You got to go out there and try to score. Because if you're not trying to score, like what you said last week, when you said you come out there, you script the play. Your first series is a scripted play. It's scripted. You come out there and your goal is to go out there and put points on the board. That's what you said.
Mm-hmm.
100%. And that's why I would trust you to play calls before I would trust Kevin Patullo, because you know what the fuck you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to come out there when you script your offense, you script it to come out there and put points on the board. That's what you're supposed to do. If you
It
can't
could be something
succeed,
as simple as what Flacco did the other night. It could be
yeah,
that simple. Just throw it to your best guy. Just throw it
right,
to your best receiver. It's that damn simple. You ain't got to
absolutely,
overcomplicate it. You just got to do what works. And you know where you got an offense full of weapons, good weapons, strong weapons, top 5 weapons, top 10 receivers. 2 of them. And there's no excuse for scoring, 14 points in the second half of the last 3 games? There's no excuse for that. That's pitiful. That's pitiful offense. Like, I know I made a promise I would never do stats. I'm not doing stats anymore. But this is just too much. Okay. 35% of their possessions in the second half, they get touchdowns. They average 2.8 points per drive. Second half, they scored touchdowns on 15% of their possessions. Fourth worst in the league and average 1.2 points per drive. 30th in offense, 28 in rushing, 29 in passing, 28 in sacks allowed, 25th in first downs per game. Again, there's a whole discrepancy first half, second half. 20th in punt return, last in kick return, 27th on third down, 21st in defense, 26th in run defense, 12th in pass defense, 27th in sacks, 24th in first downs, 26th on third down, 21st in takeaway, 24th covering punts, and 25th recovering kicks. So they're a bottom 10 in everything, basically. I mean, they're solid, I guess, middle of the pack and pass defense, which even that is underselling. Even that's a letdown.
Mm-hmm.
So something's got to be done.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's an effort thing. I don't know if it's the fact that this just ain't last year's team. I mean, it's not. That goes without saying. There's a lot of people gone from that defense. But these players should have been ready for this.
They should have
To
been.
get ready for this. They've been in, a lot of these players been in the damn lineup. So I don't understand how they don't know where they're supposed to be. They don't know their assignments. They keep making blown coverages. They can't get pressure. So what do you do? What do you do if you can't cover because you can't get pressure? What do you do?
100%.
What do you do if you can't stop the run because your D line is injured and your best D linemen are sitting on the bench or in the blue tent or wherever? What do you do? Like this team hasn't even gotten a full strength yet. We haven't seen the best version of this defense. We haven't seen them at full strength. I mean, isn't N'Kobe coming back this week?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to have Jihad on the edge with N'Kobe and Ball on that linebacker. So we haven't even seen what that can do. We haven't seen Campbell get any real shots on the edge yet. We haven't seen Dean inside this season, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so, what are we getting out of N'Kobe?
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's one of those things. It's like, I mean, he's been working out. He's been apparently healthy, but they just didn't want to take the risk on him. I mean, at some point we got to make the move, and I think this is they make the move. They feel like this might be the best chance for them to make a move. It's one of those things where, like, you look at what you got, and I'm like, I'm one of those guys. I'm a developmental guy, so I understand developing people, but at some point you got to have that argument, like, do we want to develop or do we want to win? And that's where that thought comes to my mind, because I was a big Keely Ringo guy. I'm a big Sid Brown guy, and I don't even know how this is even a topic, because I thought there was no chance that we could even consider getting CJ Gardner-Johnson back, but apparently there's a loophole, I guess.
There is. There's always a loophole, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah, so, and I heard, and I thought to myself, let me ask Boulevard, if you could right now, would you bring him back?
I would not.
And I agree with that. And I have two reasons why I would say that. It's because I think you have to stick with Makuba, because you have to stick with Makuba, because it's time, because you put him out there. Now you got to see what he can do.
Yeah, let him make his mistakes. Let him grow.
Let him make his mistakes. Now, as far as like that cornerback position, I'm not going to look at. I don't look at the cornerback position the same way, because Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson have been here a while.
Yeah,
they had their chance.
mm-hmm.
It didn't work. It didn't work. So you go out there and get somebody that can do it.
Right.
As far as Jalix Hunt, like, we know, and that's something I've realized, that we are without Nolan Smith, and a lot of people were like, not sure about Nolan Smith, but we could see that Nolan Smith is apparently good enough to where we see the difference with him not in the game. Now, as far as Jalen Hunt on the edge, Uche and Ojalori, I don't see it. I understand where the talk about Jalen Phillips and Nick Chubb were those conversations and the Hendrickson. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Howie's going to stick to those guys. I think if Howie's going to make a move, it's going to be at corner. But I'm not going to rule out that he bringing in a defensive end
Could
because
definitely bring in some more pass rush. Could
yeah,
absolutely bring in some more because that is lacking.
yeah, it and it's lacking. And I heard some people say that I don't think they should go out and trade for anybody because it's going to be bad for Jalen Hunt's development. Jalen Hunt out in the field is bad for his own development.
Mm.
Starting him was bad for his development. And I hate to be the guy to say that. I hate to feel like the asshole to have to say that. He's not good for his own development. He's not developing. So
See, I feel like if they actually got to put more into the D line, that might actually help the secondary.
I agree.
Because they're not getting any pressure on the quarterbacks, and the quarterbacks are having all the time in the world to make those throws. It's easy
Absolutely.
as hell when you got two below average corner. Well, not two, but no, it could be Adoree or it could be Ringo. It's just like a big ass target on their back. It says throw it here
Mm-hmm.
because you're not throwing on Quinn. So you gotta. There's like a big ass bullseye on whoever's out there at that position at the second corner spot. They got a big ass bull's target on their back. So I figure if you can up the pass rush, get you in because they don't like the blitz, so you got to get it from the D line edge
Mm-hmm.
rushers. Maybe put a little boost into that, and that will help the corners because the plays will go faster. They'll get if they get pressure on the quarterback. You'll have to make a
Absolutely.
decision quicker. You won't have all the time to be, putting his feet up, sitting on the damn swing, all that good. No, you can't win that way. You can't win if you're not getting pressure.
Yep.
You can't win if you're not challenging the quarterback. You can't win if you can't stop the run. If you're just getting manhandled and just bullied defensively on run plays, you can't win that way. And I
Right.
believe that's Davis and Carter. But you
Mm-hmm.
can't just expect Davis and Carter to pull all the weight.
Right.
You need
100%.
more.
That's
You
what's
need more.
been going on.
Yeah,
They
you
have
need
to
more. You
pull
need a
all the
lot more. Like who were those edge rushers you said early? Uche, Ojalari,
and Jalen Hunt.
yeah, and Zadarius Smith retired.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said earlier, 2.5 sacks out of that edge rusher position. That will never work. That will
No.
never work. And
No.
that's what's happening defensively. Mm. But that shit hurts my feelings to say. Among 32 quarterbacks who've thrown at least 50 passes before halftime, Hurts is second with a 75.3 completion percentage and sixth with a 108 passer rating. Among 32 who've thrown 50 passes after halftime, he's 26th in completion percentage and 21st in passer rating. Make the damn adjustments, or find somebody else who will, because
Yeah.
that is the problem offensively.
Mm-hmm.
That they're getting figured out because they're not doing anything out of the ordinary. Like,
Oh yeah.
where are the
That
RPOs?
yeah.
Where
Like
are
that
the RPOs?
clip from Baldy,
Hmm?
the Baldinger clip, basically
Hmm?
just them he said called the Eagles offense copy and paste. Kevin Petula, and here's where I feel like some people are just being ignorant. Well, not necessarily some people. I'm saying Kevin Patullo is being ignorant. I'll even go as far as saying Nick Sirianni is being ignorant.
Nick
It's pride
Sirianni is being ignorant
because
without
there's
a
no way you're not reading this shit and Brian Baldinger is basically breaking down your fucking offense, calling you a copy and paste offense. If he sees it, I'm pretty sure one of these fucking top notch defensive coordinators are seeing it. And if they're not adjusting it, there's a problem. Your looks are fucking predictable. Y'all gotta change it. Just because you put you came out in the same formation, but you just moved somebody from here to here, that doesn't do anything. It's the same fucking thing. They're gonna figure out your fucking concepts. You got to do something different. And Patulo's not that guy. He's not creative enough. I saw it was supposed to be funny, but I didn't find it funny. Basically, Andy Reid had his play sheet this fucking big.
Mm-hmm.
calling his plays from this fucking big as call sheet, fucking big. And
Mhm.
Kevin Patullo had his call sheet this fucking big. And
He ain't got no moves.
yeah, and it bothered me because it's like I understand there's a difference between him being called Andy Reid and Kevin Patullo, but it's not really an excuse to be a shit coordinator because if this is something that you wanted for like your entire career, if this is something you've been working toward, why the fuck aren't you sitting in front of your mirror figuring this shit out? Because that's what I fucking do. I'm figuring it out. And then I'm fucking making fake fucking adjustments to try to figure it out. It's okay.
I don't think he knows how to do that.
He might. I don't think that's probably the case. And I know it was a fucking joke last week when I did it. Honestly, there may be a fact that the fucking thing, he has one play. He has plays on one side, has plays over here, but he doesn't know his fucking plays on the other side. I think he keeps calling the same fucking plays over and over again because he
Here's what it
doesn't
is.
know to flip it shit over.
Inside zone. That's the play. Runs right into the D lineman every time.
Run right into him. Look, it's Dexter Lawrence. Let's run the ball right at his face.
It's ridiculous. Like I said, where's the RPOs? Where's the screens? I ain't seen too many screens. I've seen a lot of trick plays to the tight end, but I'm not seeing any screen plays, any RPOs, any plays designed to get people in space. Like, run an orbit screen or a handoff from a receiver. Give me something, some variety, something that will keep the defense guessing.
And
But
then
you're not doing that, and as long as you're not doing that, we all can see your play. Even us fans at home can see what plays you're calling. So,
and before we jump into the next segment, I heard something about them bringing in a offensive consultant. Cool. Don't bring in anybody that just got fired unless it's Franklin from Penn State. I
I don't
like it.
want him around the Eagles. I want his stink on them. I want his stink anywhere near the damn Eagles.
I heard that the Eagles were considering Brian Callahan, the guy that just got fired from
No.
the Titans. I want nothing to do with him. A guy
I'm
who
sure
lost.
it's a rumor from an idiot because ain't no way in hell the Eagles are that
I,
stupid. No way in
right.
hell. I mean, I know Sirianni has a bad judgment of potential coordinators. I know he does. We've seen it. He hasn't exactly picked the best play callers over time. And other than what's his face, Fangio and Kellen Moore, I guess Steichen, but he hasn't made the best choices. Speak to a lot of players who didn't know what the hell a lot of coordinators that didn't know what the hell they were doing.
What I noticed about him is like he's good at hiring people from outside, but when he starts to do this promote work from within, he's literally destroying his team because every time he's done it, he's saw regression one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
Because last time Steichen left, he made Brian Johnson, who was helping Jalen Hurts with his development. They made Johnson the offensive coordinator. Jalen Hurts regressed. The offense regressed after, and then they had to go out and go get Kellen Moore. The offense succeeded. Jalen Hurts started looking better. Maybe not. He wasn't. They were relying on fucking Saquon Barkley's legs, so we didn't really know if Patullo was part of. I don't know how we can even assign some of that success to Patullo because Kellen Moore was running the ball, which is something he likes to do. Ironically enough, Kellen Moore was a quarterback. That's ironic, but not the
He
point.
understands that it's important.
Yeah,
It's an important part of the game. Is you have to establish the run. Like you have to, especially since the game, like it's reverting back to run
yeah,
first.
yeah. And then you bring, and that's what weirds me out is because you bring in Patullo, and you're sitting behind Kellen Moore. Were you at least paying attention to what he was doing? Were you actually?
Clearly was not.
And it makes me think like now what you just did was if Jalen Hurts was seeing some type of progress under Patullo, moving him to, and I don't understand when you hear those people say that, oh, that was like when they brought Brian Johnson in the offensive coordinator, like, oh, that was Jalen Hurts' guy.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
don't
what I
think,
was thinking of when I was talking about terrible coordinators. I was thinking of Brian Johnson.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, he was Jalen Hurts' guy, but he was Jalen Hurts' guy as his QB coach. Jalen Hurts was
Mm-hmm.
doing good with him as his QB coach. Don't fuck that up. That's like looking
Right.
at That's like looking at Jordan Mailata and being like, oh yeah, fucking Stout is fucking Jordan Mailata's guy. He's Jordan Mailata's great under Stout. Let's make Stout the fucking offensive coordinator. And then fucking Jordan Mailata and the rest of the offensive line is dog shit because you
Mm-hmm.
move somebody. Like
Yeah.
you don't fucking move a coach just because they're progressing. Like you don't promote them from within. You leave them the fuck there. Like if fucking what's his name, the fucking tall ass receiver that I don't like, Moorhead,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
receivers coach. I mean, I don't think he's a very good receivers coach. I think he's getting by on fucking
Proof is in the
Devontae.
pudding. Like you can see, he's not very good. He's not developing anybody.
Yeah, like he hasn't developed anybody. Like
Like we're still waiting for Enos Smith. We're still waiting for Johnny Wilson. Yeah, they've shown some, but they don't seem NFL ready.
right. So,
Trying to
and
get
what I was
consistent
thinking
rep.
in that situation is just another one of those situations where they just promote from within with no fucking idea, thinking that they're just going to get by off of talent alone. Somebody's got to call the plays.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem with Nick Sirianni. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a promote from within. No, bro, dude, somebody's got to call these plays. And if the
Right.
calls aren't good plays, you're going to fucking lose.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I went on too long. I'm unhappy with the Giants game.
Giants game was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. And we can't have any rehashes of that, especially since they're coming back. They're coming to town in a week. Next week?
Yep.
Yeah. So, you got to put 50 on them. You just
Yep.
got it. So we can't have running into the D line as our main play and have to code the team on the other team like, yeah, they ran the same play 7 times in a row. Shit like that. You can't do that. Because clearly every team that we played has figured them out, judging by the way the second half has gone. They've made their necessary adjustments. So,
All right. Let's get to our next segment. It's the role play portion of the operation. This gets fun for me. It's a nice little light moment. Um, let me
oh,
get my list out.
oh, I got one for you.
Okay. It's role play.
GQ, you are Joe. No, you are Carson Wentz.
All right.
Last time you played against Philly, you were sacked 9 times and you scored 8 points as a team. That was in 2022 with the Commanders. This is his second game starting against Philly. He has better receivers this time. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Not that
Uh,
anything's wrong with Terry McLaurin, except he ain't show up. He got his money and he just there, not doing much. So you are Carson Wentz. Talk
okay.
your shit.
I feel as though I have a lot to prove here. Coming in here to play Philadelphia, all glory to God. I'm Jalen Hurt. I'm Carson Wentz. All glory to God.
Oh,
Uh,
you're one of those guys.
yeah. I got a really good receiver. I'm going to throw to him on every play. It's not Alshon Jeffrey this time.
Huh.
Um, I just feel like I got something to prove to these guys, to the city, and I want to come out there and throw for 300, 400 yards on Adoree Jackson and Keely Ringo. These guys are about to make me look like the Carson Wentz that went 13-3.
Basically, if they don't get some damn pressure and actually play these bum ass corners that aren't named Quinion, don't step up, it could be a problem because we know who's coming to town.
Yeah, well, here's my thing about being Carson Wentz is I think they're gonna have to figure out the spy because don't forget I can run the ball too.
Well, yeah, they probably will get his fair share of yards on the ground. I mean, but I wouldn't bother with a spy until he actually starts making a difference with his legs. if he even gets out of the backfield often enough. Mm. Okay, next one is you are Joe Flacco. A couple weeks ago, you were in Cleveland with the Browns. That was your team. They paid you starting quarterback money. Well, not yeah. They paid you to be their starting quarterback. So now you go from whoever is the number one receiver in Cleveland to possibly the best receiver in the league, and T. Higgins. So you get drawing a blank on what is it? Jamar Chase
Mm-hmm.
and T. Higgins.
You went from Jerry Judy to Jamal Chase and T. Higgins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How happy are you? You go ahead, talk your shit.
Okay, I'm Joe Flacco.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Is it nap time? I mean breakfast time. It's dinner. Oh, I'm sorry. Um,
Aren't you like 2 years younger than Joe Flacco? You can't old. He would have been in your class.
um, it's funny. That's
He would
true.
have been in your damn class.
I'm definitely making fun of him, calling him old as if I'm not right there with him.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I keep
That's why I
forgetting.
can't call no quarterback old. I can't call nobody league old because I'm older than all of them. So y'all,
I'm
they all say,
ecstatic.
"Oh, you got a little left in the tank."
When I found out that I was leaving the
As
Browns,
I'm pushing my
I
water.
was
Yeah,
excited.
go on.
When I found out I was leaving the Browns, I was excited. I didn't really know where I was going because nobody told me. I just knew I was leaving, and I was just like, "Oh yes, thank God. Maybe I'll go be the backup in Pittsburgh or something." And then I found out I was going to the Bengals, and I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! Jamar Chase is over there. You sure
Mm-hmm.
about this?" And then I was like, "Let's do this." I was ecstatic, man. That was just like the highlight of my day.
I
I
bet.
was like, I got a chance to play winning football again, if you know what I mean.
Also, how can you do that as a damn like that should have been instant firing for that general manager. You traded your starting quarterback, well, what started the season as your starting quarterback, to a division rival, to an in-state division rival. That that, that's like the biggest no possibly in football. You don't trade a starting quarterback in your own division. You don't trade your necessary players, your top players to a team in your division. Eagles and the Cowboys don't trade big names. Eagles
Nope.
and the Giants, like you don't do that. You just don't do that because it's bad for business. Meaning that you're going to play that person twice this season, at least. That's bad for business. Why the hell would you do that,
It ain't something I do.
Mr. Flacco? Is your GM an R word?
Uh, a redneck? I don't think so, cause he black.
Huh. Okay.
But
Was he in the class that had like 6 students in it? Or he rode
oh,
a tiny bus?
you're asking me if he rode the short bus?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like that's what happens when you leave Howie Roseman's shadow.
Mm,
You kind of become too cocky and do stupid shit.
that's right. Andrew Barry, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of
What's
reminds me
forget
of
Joe
Joe
Barry from
Douglas.
Cleveland. Mm.
Yeah,
They were all better off where they were, but they wanted the power. It didn't help them.
yeah.
They were all worse off than they
And that
were.
and I think your buddy GQ said it the other day when coaches leave for head coaching positions and go to really bad teams, like they're going to
Mm-hmm.
save it. Aaron Glenn.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think you're just messing up the bag for yourself. And
Yeah.
Andrew Barry doing what he did to
You're
get me
messing
out
up
of
bad. You're
there.
messing up your reputation. You go somewhere else and fail. Now you're in the back of the line. You were in the front of the line because you were
Yeah,
doing shit right. Now you go to the Jets, which nobody wins there. Like why would you? Why would you take okay, I know there are a lot of coordinators that are desperate to be head coaches. Like that's what they want more than anything in the world.
fuck no.
But you still should probably gauge your opportunities. You shouldn't just jump because it's an offer. You
I,
really shouldn't. You shouldn't just take an offer because it's there. Because they tell you all the time the grass ain't greener necessarily.
see, the only time I think it's necessary or it makes sense to go out there and take the position, the only time it makes sense is if you're okay with knowing that you're never going to get another head coaching position
Yeah,
again.
red flag.
If you're okay with it, do it. Because Matt Eberflus knows he'll never be a head coach in the NFL ever again. There's a couple guys that know they will never see a head coaching position ever again. Like Adam fucking Gase will never
Oh,
see a head.
everybody. Yeah, he got too many chances. He got too many chances. He didn't. He
Yeah.
don't deserve any more chances. He shouldn't even be working in the NFL at this point. He
Like
should be
there are a
in
couple
golf.
guys that probably won't see a head coaching position again. Like Mike McDaniel
Oh
in Miami,
hell no,
he won't
hell
see
no,
head coach again. It's not gonna
hell
happen.
no. I don't know how he got a job in the first place. Been trying to figure out. Like, look at this dude.
It won't happen again.
The boy look like Elaine's black boyfriend from Seinfeld. Like, come on, man. Dude, that ain't no damn head coach. That ain't no head coach. If your head coach is just like the same size as your kicker, probably ain't got a great head coach. Probably ain't got a
Yeah,
necessarily a leader at head coach. And you need a
absolutely.
leader. And that there ain't nothing in that man's eyes to say I'm a leader of men. Nothing. And if you couldn't see
Absolutely.
that before you hired him, then you got exactly what you deserve. You can look in a man's eyes and tell if they have it or not. And that man ain't got it. That man,
Absolutely.
right? There's all you see is bitch in that soul. Wuss, pushover. My stepdaddy works for the NFL, but he thinks he's a badass. No, dude is a clown. I mean, yeah, he's a solid play caller though. I will give him that much. Would I take him over Patullo? I'd take a ham sandwich over Patullo. But would I take him over a good coordinator? Would I take him over Kellen Moore last year? Hell no.
No.
Because Kellen Moore did what a coordinator is supposed to do: put his players in position to be at their best. You
Absolutely.
schematically get your players, your receivers open. You schematically find space for your running back to run. But this isn't happening. So yeah, I'd rather have a ham sandwich over Patullo. But yeah, I forgot what the hell I was saying. All right, number 3, GQ. You are Vic Fangio. You're putting your best foot forward out there, but it just isn't working. Your receiver, your corners can't cover outside of Q. You get no pressure. You get no pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback's got all the time in the world to throw. But then you're getting put back out there because your offense doesn't seem to sustain drives. So,
Um,
how are you feeling? How confident are you in your team?
I know I keep making it seem as if I'm confident in the team that we have, but I'm not. I'm hoping that Howie does something to get me something to work with here.
Mm.
Um, I'm screwed. I'm not having a good time. Um, yeah, I got to win the Super Bowl, but I'm not having fun. So I'm hoping something happens. We can kick up some dirt or something.
Hmm.
Maybe Keely Ringo and Adore will figure themselves out. But I mean, I don't
I'm
know.
saying hi on that. But
But I'm just trying to be politically correct, so nobody's feelings get hurt. Because you know
no,
how guys are nowadays; their feelings get hurt, and then they're retired.
be smart, read your keys, be in position to make the play.
Yeah,
When you see the ball counter, everyone swarm to the ball counter. You don't just get run over by the line.
but I think we're getting Jalen Carter back, so that might be
Jalen
nice.
Carter is questionable this week, if I'm not mistaken. You just got a cue.
So
Yeah,
he'll
Jalen
probably
Carter's questionable. Dickerson's questionable. Calcaterra's out.
no. Who's calculators out? We don't need a
Mm-hmm.
calculator.
Yes, we do. We need every piece we got. Shit. We need every damn piece we got. Considering the way they
Calculator.
playing in the second half, I'm scared, honestly. I mean, Grant, we're still going to. The sky has not completely fallen, but there's some crumbs falling.
The Eagles don't
unless he
look
comes out with
4-2,
them.
and I
No,
think
no, they
moving it.
really, yeah, they look bad.
Yeah. Do we got any more role plays before we jump into the Eagles-Vikings?
We didn't do Patullo or Hurts, did we?
I think we did Patullo. We did
Oh,
Patullo weeks ago.
we've been destroying Patullo all episode. Okay, then you're Jalen Hurts. You look
Uh,
like you don't really know what the hell you're doing out there. Do you?
yeah, I keep telling them that we got to do something different, but every time you tell me we got to do something different, somebody keep telling me that I got this handled.
Mr.
So
Hurts is the main thing, still the main thing.
the main thing is the main thing until it's no longer the main thing, and now the main thing is
Is it
not the
still?
main thing. So I don't know what the main thing is.
You got a dog?
Yeah, that's my dog.
That's my dog. That's my dog. Jalen Hurts, can you give us a prediction for your game this season? This next game. Can you give us a prediction? I guess Mr. Hurts is indisposed.
The kid's home.
I see that. Mr. Hurts, can you give us a prediction? Hello.
Hey, Jayla, who's gonna win versus the Eagles and the Vikings tomorrow? Huh? Eagles or the Vikings? There you go.
All right. So yeah, give me a prediction, Mr. Hurts. What kind of game are you going to have this week? Are you going to give us 300? Are you actually going to give us 300 yards in the air?
I
Or
feel like I get a feeling that
we get two
Eagles are
touchdowns?
gonna win this game because they're going to have that ability to. They're going to get lucky, and I think that's what it's going to fall to. It's going to fall to luck, and that's what they're going to need to win this game. It's going to fall down to like a prayer, um,
Like a last second field goal or some shit?
like a dropped pass.
Well, yeah. Well,
Like
that's football in general. Those little plays always are the ones that make a difference.
yeah, and I feel like that's what we're going to get from Nick Foles. We're going to get like a last like. It's going to be like one of those games that goes down to the wire. Now, if it doesn't,
Yeah, I mean,
if there's no adjustment made offensively at the offensive coordinator position, like if there's no adjustment made and the Eagles don't win this week, they have to. The decision has to be made. I don't think we need to wait till the bye week. I think we have to do it because
hmm,
it's down to a point where we're not looking like a team that'll be what this we like right now. This doesn't look like a 4-2 Eagles team.
no.
This doesn't look like the Eagles Super Bowl team. This is not the
Yeah,
same team. Which we know this isn't the same team, but this also doesn't look like a team that wins games. So
right. They don't have an identity. That's what it is. You don't know how they're winning games. They just pull them out by the skin of their teeth. Like they just hold on. They do good work in the first half and then hold on in the second half and do just enough to squeak by. Although last couple of weeks it hasn't looked that way because they've collapsed in the second half, offensively and defensively. Huh.
I feel
Positive
like
is they're a 2.5 point favorite.
that's something that I've seen a lot from the Eagles though, and it's something that have always bothered me about them is that they don't step on necks, which they should. They don't. They don't have a habit of stepping on necks, and I say that even in the Super Bowl, they weren't stepping on necks. Because what was the score in the Super Bowl by the second half? I think
It was over.
yeah, it was definitely over. But
It was over.
I felt like they call what they call it the dagger, where they
Mm-hmm.
basically stick a fork in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in that. Like I believe that you come out there and just fucking Yeah, I believe you stick.
Dagger's more of a down and distance thing, like time on a clock kind of thing. Like that's why it was more of a dagger because of when it happened. It's like getting that first down in like the last 2 minutes of the game, getting that first down that keeps the clock running, keeps the ball.
Uh,
Keeps,
no, no. When they called the dagger, it was the deep ball to
I know,
DeVonta
I
Smith.
know.
So, like, I feel as though I don't believe in the dagger. I believe I'm going to run fucking plays till the game is over.
As you should,
Like, I'm
as you
going to
should.
go
You
out there
should
and try
not
to
let your
score
foot off
till
the
it.
pedal.
Like, I don't care
Those are
if I'm
correct.
up 63 points. If it's 1 second on the clock, I'm going to
Right.
score. And I feel like in
The
the
game's not
Eagles, they'll
over.
be
If
up,
the clock ain't saying zero, the game
and that's why we lost to the
ain't over.
Bucks. No, the Broncos. That's
How
why we
many
lost
points
to
do
the
you need
Broncos.
in the game? More.
Yeah. And that's why we lost to the Broncos. Because instead of coming out there trying to run a offense to try to score, they didn't do that. They just came out there and they thought that, oh, we're up 18 foot, we're up 17 points. We don't need to put the work in. And that's what we fucking got
Mm-hmm.
murderized. They got to come out there and
That's a
act.
real easy way to lose, and that's
It's
on
like there's
coaching.
4 quarters and you got to
Uncoaching.
play all 4 quarters, 100%.
Actually, that's
Kevin,
not on coaching. That's on leadership and coaching
yeah,
because leaders need to
100%.
keep players revved up, like not settling for the score. You
Mm-hmm.
can't settle for the damn score. It's the NFL. You're all professional athletes. You're all professional football players. Anything can happen. We've seen it. We've seen we've seen 38-point comebacks in the past.
Yeah,
Basically, anything can happen. So you never let your foot off the pedal until that quarter says 4-0-0-0, and then
and
you
that,
can fix.
here's where I feel like some the teams don't freaking learn their lesson. 28-3. Everybody knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that that exists, that storyline exists, is exactly the reason why I feel like teams should just always 100% want to put points on the board, just never stopping,
I don't
because of the
understand
fact that that
how
happened.
teams don't. I don't understand how teams don't. Except, for instance, when it's a running the clock out kind of thing. Like you make a big play, get downfield, like the boy did the other day in the game. Instead of running it into the end zone, he slid. He went down.
Mhm.
That's the only time I can see not going for more points because you're just giving the other team the ball with time, and that's irresponsible. So it's a matter of just playing smart when it comes to some of this shit. Maybe the Eagles need to get a lot more turnovers because they're not great. Haven't been great at getting turnovers even this season. They really need to step it up this week with Carson Wentz coming to town because even if he says, "Oh yeah, I don't know anybody on that defense. This isn't the same team," he
I
still
think,
got replaced by that other quarterback.
yeah,
So it's still personal. It still stings a little.
it
It has
is.
to. It has to.
I said this. The reason why I say that it's personal for Carson Wentz is because if it was Nick Foles, it's personal. It's Jalen Hurts, it's personal.
It's
Why is
personal.
it personal? Because of the two guys. Because Jalen Hurts was his backup, and he
Mm-hmm.
got a ring
Mm-hmm.
before he got a ring as a starting quarterback. Like your backup got a ring as a starting quarterback, you didn't, and I
Wait,
get it.
doesn't Wentz have like two or three himself?
He does as
Yeah.
a backup. He
Yeah.
he has rings as a backup, but I think that's where it's where it's personal for him because what Philly is right now is not what
Yeah.
he doesn't. It's not the same team, and I get it. I understand it. I liked Carson Wentz at first until I learned
Mm-hmm.
how he was in the locker room.
Mm.
But it's still one of those situations where it's I've got something to prove to Philadelphia. I don't think it's a matter of like I got to prove something to Jalen Hurts. He's got to prove something to Philly. He's got to prove something to Philly fans and everybody in the Eagles organization. He's like, listen, y'all gave up on me. That's what he feels, even though I feel like he gave up on himself. Because that's
Yeah.
the first time I've ever heard of a quarterback that was so uncomfortable by their backup, they had the backup traded. And that's what
He got
happened
the
with
yips. Dude, yeah. Like that's If you ain't built to hold your spot, to fight for your spot, like you think it's just gonna be handed to you because you're getting a big contract. This is professional, man. These are
Mm-hmm.
professionals. These people upstairs. I mean, a lot of them aren't concerned about wins or losses. They're concerned about fan retention, ticket sales, merch sales, shit like that. They're not necessarily concerned about wins and losses. Cleveland, but I lost my point.
I get what you're saying. I get
Yeah,
100% what you're saying. Some
no,
people just want the identity
yes,
of being it.
establish an identity. There's plenty of time left. The
Yeah.
season's like a third of the way done. There's plenty of time, so they can get it right. They can right the ship, or at least make the adjustments necessary in the second half. They can find ways to get pressure, even though Vic doesn't like the blitz. You got to blitz.
You
You
got to
can
make
find
adjustments.
ways to get the pressure on quarterbacks. You can find ways to get Saquon open, so he can do what he does best. You can find ways to scheme Devontae and AJ and Jahan Dotson and Rand Calcaterra, who had 11 targets last game, believe it or not. You can get them open. You can do that. That's all you got to do. That's got to be the plan. That's as far as I know how offenses are run. Like you take your talent and you get them. You find ways to get them open in space so they can make plays with the ball.
Absolutely.
So you can't do that in the second half, and you ain't very good at your job. Period. Oh, like now we ever all questioning like, why are you in this position that you're in? You don't deserve it. You're not working like you want it bad enough. You're disappointing everyone. It's just a big old letdown, and he needs to get out the way. We don't need to see if he can figure it out. We don't need to wait that long. There's too much on the line.
Yeah.
This team has Super Bowl hopes, Super Bowl aspirations. We can't just get by with this guy learning on the job. We can't do that. If he wants to get some practice calling plays in practice, literally practice, then he can do that. But you can't be trying to figure it out on the field in actual
Right.
games. You can't do that. That's not the time and place for teaching. Okay, that is not a delicatessen, and that is not the place to learn a lesson. Let that man go sit in a damn study hall and brush up on his craft and get somebody with experience, good brain for it at that, a creative brain, and let him call plays. Because there's definitely better options than the one they have on their staff right now.
Yeah. Their assistant offensive line coach has some more
Yeah,
play calling.
it's ridiculous. There's no like, if you only moved a guy up because he was the quarterback's best friend, you should have just left him where he is, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
There's no
Yeah.
need. There was no need for it. There was no need for it. And like knowing that he didn't have experience in it, you still put him in that spot. Why? Why did you do that, Nick? That was just foolish. We shouldn't have got 2 losses on the season because you got the wrong guy for the job. Hopefully he figures it out. If not, nice knowing you, dude. That's all.
Stop.
Okay, he's doing things. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk or dance or whatever. I ain't got nothing left anyway. Let me see what I do have. Oh yeah, I'll get him with that when he comes back. But yeah, Eagles
Mm-hmm.
get inspired by Flacco and Hurts throws it to AJ all game. That's the dream. That would probably get a win for
That
them,
would be
especially
nice.
if they started reacting. Yeah, then you can make adjustments, simple adjustments even. So, all right. Uh, oh yeah, I had another one. Another stupid question. Where he is? Oh God, he ain't even there. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just talk. So there's this poll that said, "Would you rather find true love or have your team win a Super Bowl?" And of course, the sorry ass Commanders fans significantly would rather have a Super Bowl than find love. 54% chose a Super Bowl over a soulmate. That is crazy. Like I like love. I like love as much as the next person, but I love Super Bowls. Even still, I can't. I don't know. I don't really feel like I'm the person to speak on it because I'm a fan of the defending champs, and we have won two in the past 10 years. So I
Sorry
can't
about
really.
that.
I'm not like a Commanders fan who. What's their last Super Bowl? 1991, 1990, something like that. Forever
Damn.
ago. They don't even know. They don't even know what it's like. They don't remember that feeling.
Damn.
And so, yeah, it makes sense that more than half of their fan base that was polled would choose the Super Bowl over love. It's kind of sad. But then you got like the Lions. The Lions had 74% of their fans picking the big game over love. 48% of single fans would rather see their NFL team win a Super Bowl. Women are more likely to go. 51% of women chose a Lombardi over love. 46% of men chose a Lombardi over love. These women don't like y'all.
That's crazy.
Yeah. 51% of Eagles chose. Uh, Bills and Ravens had 58%, KC had 52, and Dallas had 52.
Mm.
Mm.
And
So,
Boulevard is just like straight to the head. Oh, eggnog. Eggnog, straight to the head.
oh yeah. I'm on a bland diet. This is the best stuff I can have.
I love eggnog. I love
Right?
eggnog. It'll send me to the bathroom, but I love eggnog.
I'm fine with that. I ain't been regular lately. Not that we need to be talking about that on here, but I ain't been regular lately. That might be twice a week lately.
So my prediction for the Eagles-Vikings game is Eagles win. They win in spite, I think that's the right word I'm using, in spite of their weak cornerback position. In spite of it.
Yeah, that
But
makes sense. Like your prediction, how it comes, is going to come down to the one play here, one play there, end of the game.
mm-hmm.
I like that. I could see that. I could also see the Eagles getting smashed because they have no answer for Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison if he's playing. I'm not sure if he's playing or not. He might be. Is he suspended?
Who's that?
Jordan Addison.
I'm not sure.
That's
Huh, that's
something I should have been looked up.
huh.
Jordan Addison suspension. All right, whatever. Yeah, he's back. He's playing.
Oh, okay.
All right. So yeah,
Still wish.
it's going to be a problem because whichever one's not being guarded by Q is wide open, like
Yep.
already. So at the rate they've been playing, he's open already.
Fuck.
It does not look good. There's a lot of Eagles have a lot of weaknesses on defense, and Minnesota kind of plays right into them. So
Mm.
yeah. Although I haven't seen Minnesota play once, and I've only seen them on red zone, but I'm just going by statistics. They have a strong defense. They have a strong offense, even with a backup quarterback in the game. They can definitely put Eagles in trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so too.
The Eagles cannot be slipping up this game. They cannot be slacking, taking plays off. They can't be out of position as bad as Makuba was. I don't even remember who caught that pass. I just
It
remember
was
that
Wardell Robinson.
Makuba was just standing in the wrong. Yeah, was just
Wardell
standing in the
Robinson.
middle of the damn field where he did not belong, while his man was catching the ball 10 feet away. That was a problem. That's a problem.
Yeah.
That shit can't happen. We can't
It
have that
cannot.
happen. No,
It cannot.
that is unacceptable. We give you a grace period because you're a rookie, but you should know better. You should know better at this point, Makuba.
Yeah, 6 weeks in, you got to know better.
Play your role. Do your job. Belichick would say, "Do your job." Do
6
better.
weeks in, you got to know better.
Yeah. So, I don't know. You got anything for an editorial? Your 3 minutes where you complain about something you don't like in the world of sports?
Yeah, I do actually.
Right.
I think I think one of the things where sports is starting to become unwatchable is when the fun in the game is being taken out and then basically selling out to the streaming services. Um, I don't want to go on. I want to go on Amazon to shop. I don't want to go on Amazon to watch football. And if I'm
No,
not,
that's weird to me.
yeah, and then it's just weird, and I feel like that's going to be the death of the game because you're basically forcing people to go out and
Yeah.
buy applications.
Like, here's the thing. Every Thursday, I have to ask myself, what app is the game on? Every Thursday. Every Sunday night, I have to ask myself, what app is the game on? Every Monday, I have to ask myself, what app is the game on? There's too many damn
Yeah.
apps with football. Keep Football belongs on regular television where
Hmm.
the masses can watch it. It doesn't belong on some select app only available to a few people who pay monthly. That's not football. That's
That's not,
football for the fans. All they're seeing is dollar signs, and they're taking the sport away from the fans.
and I think that right there is the reason why if the UFL was smarter, they could definitely be a better thing to watch. I felt they were smarter because one of the reasons the issue with the UFL is like I never know when they like I'd love to watch the UFL. I just never know when their games are on. I
Well, they're
just
not
don't.
on apps.
Yeah, I know it's on regular TV. I just never like I know where to watch it at. It's on Fox. Just never know what time it's on. And that's a problem. Is like the NFL like the UFL needs to like put that out there a little better so I can actually watch. Because I'll watch. I'll watch.
Right.
The issue with the
Well,
NFL is just that shit's so scatterbrained all over the place that you can't really get into it.
right.
I can't really keep up. And I'm not about to buy a fucking NFL Sunday ticket.
Hell no.
Not doing that. So
Was that shit like 8 payments of $50 or something like that?
for the year,
Yeah, I think it's some crazy ass price. I ain't got no interest.
that's fucking
I
weird.
love football, but I mean, I don't love it where I gotta keep paying a monthly fee for it. I don't pay a
Yeah,
monthly fee to watch football. That's bullshit.
that's fucking post-apocalyptic pricing right there.
So yeah, you were rambling.
Oh no, that was it.
Okay.
I don't want to have to pay an arm and a leg to watch football because I just won't watch football.
So
I'll,
this is something I'm reading in a Facebook group. I talk with actual facts about the Eagles and make fun of the Eagles because the Eagles are shit and frauds. Wow, this guy's got a great vocabulary. Eagles have basically rode ROAB on Dallas Cowboys, New York Giants, and Washington Commanders' success of only 3 teams with Super Bowls for the NFL. What the? Never mind. This just sounds stupid. So I guess they're ranting that the Eagles have won their Super Bowls recently, and the other teams have won more in the past. Like, just stupid ass up. I'm
right.
sorry if I wasted anybody's time reading that bullshit. I apologize, America. We
Yeah,
good?
gotta love when people are stupid.
Just be talking out their ass. Oh, Eagles won a Super Bowl in 2024. They ain't as good as when the Cowboys beat the Bills. Come on, man. I can't believe they can say shit like type shit out like that with a straight face. Just be stupid for the sake of stupid.
That's what
Oh,
people do.
yeah, that's what people do. So, in the words of Cam Ward, we ass.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. We ass. I still can't get over that. He
That's
really
the
said.
funniest shit ever. All right, I
Well,
got.
ladies and gentlemen, you got anything else, Boulevard?
Do not.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for sticking around. Don't forget to do that little thing where you hit that like button, subscribe,
Does this
whatever
look
it
infected to
is.
y'all?
Ew. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, hit the bench, I think.
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming out to check out our show. We'll be back again soon with another episode for you to enjoy. On behalf of GQ and the interns, I'm Boulevard. Peace, love, and go Birds.